Life Coach Kesh here. Don't leave without liking, subscribing, and sharing. Hi friends, and welcome to another week of cocktails and cooking with me, Life Coach Kesh. This week we're going to do something a little bit different, as we are always listening to those of you out there who are watching, sending us messages, DMs, comments on YouTube. We see it all. I read it all. And I thank you guys so much for that. And so one of the things that we have been getting is the actual cocktail, right? And what is it that I'm drinking? How am I making what I'm making? So I am adding something very special to Cocktails and Cooking with Coach Kesh for you all. So I have this book. It is called Let's Get Physical. I found this book in Macy's a while ago. And it is literally more than 50 recipes, actually, of drinks that you can make with champagne, with wine, with Prosecco, things like that, right? And I'm a huge champagne and wine drinker. And so I wanted to get fancy with that kind of stuff and bought this book. So I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you all out of this book as we go through with our cocktails and our cooking. So tonight's drink recipe, is actually not out of that book though. It's just something that I really enjoy. So tonight I'm going to be drinking a rosé champagne. This rosé is the Barefoot Bubbly Brut Rosé. This one is a little bit more sweet. So if you like something that's not as sweet, this may not be it. But I am using a rosé tonight simply because I am going to be making peach Bellinis. Now, I swear by these Jordan skinny mixers, y'all, because I swear that, like, I'm not gaining extra weight from using these because they're, like, no sugar, 5 calories per serving, and all that, like, amazing stuff. So, this is how I make my peach Bellinis when I feel like I think I'm counting my Weight Watchers points, like, sincerely, which I have been, hence why I've been cooking these Weight Watchers Blue Apron meals. But this is a new bottle, so I'm going to open this up. I find these skinny, Jordan skinny mixes in like your local TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, Home Sense, any of those kind of home stores. I've never seen this brand in like the Rosses and the Burlington Coat Factories of the world, which I don't often frequent those. I'm typically in Marshalls, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, something like that. So that's where I tend to get a lot of this little quirky stuff. So I have my champagne glass ready. Again with my rosé. Little trick to pouring champagne, folks, if you don't know. Tilt your glass and tilt your bottle. That way you get more liquid, less fuzz, right? And we always want more liquid, less fuzz. Right? I believe in champagne stoppers. I don't reuse corks. And I don't like recork it with the manual thing. I just like these fun ones. So this is my Sip Sip Rosé. I am one of those people who, if I'm drinking rosé, I have a rosé thing that I stick inside of the bottle. Now that the rosé's in there, a little bit of the peach Bellini mix. Again, I am champagne over chaser. So I always have more champagne in my glass than I do whatever else is going in there. So if it's a mimosa, I always have more champagne than cranberry juice, because I put cranberry juice in my mimosas. I really don't like orange juice in them, but you guys get the point. And we are done. Tonight's cocktail, a peach Bellini. Cheers to you guys for joining us on another Sunday night of Cocktails and Cooking with Coach Kesh. It's magnificent, and we can get started. So guys, like I told you yesterday when we did our unboxing, this week we are making the Shawarma Chicken and Couscous skillet with lemon, Labneh, and Harissa sauce. Again, friends, of course I have the 2 servings. This is what it looks like. We're going to see what it looks like when I get done, as always. With this particular ingredient, it's 10 ounces of chopped chicken breast, 2 scallions, 1 tablespoon of capers, 1 teaspoon of preserved lemon puree, a half a cup of yellow couscous, which I'm excited about because I have never cooked couscous. I've eaten couscous many times, but I've never cooked it, so I'm excited about that. 6 ounces of green beans, a quarter cup of Labneh cheese, and Labneh is Labneh, just so that you guys know that if you're looking for that in the store. 1 tablespoon of shawarma spice blend, 1 red, yellow, or orange bell pepper. As I let you guys know yesterday, they sent me red. 2 tablespoons of dried currants, and 1 tablespoon of red harissa paste. So, just to make things a little bit easier, friends, I did chop up most of the stuff. That way we can get started, because I've been noticing over the past few weeks that it's the chopping that takes most of the time. So I wanted to make sure that we did that right. Also, caveat, friends, I know that I was telling you guys that I needed to get new knives, or that I want to get new knives. So let me give y'all the tea on that. So my husband and I moved into our new home back in August, and I bought a ton of stuff. The entire house, like, I completely refurnished, brand new, all that. But I also realized that I bought new knives that I completely forgot about, and I literally found this week. So these are the knives that I use, and so I want to share them with you. They're made by Modern Chef. This is the 7-inch Santoku knife. I did not use this knife because this is just huge, and of course I didn't need all that knife tonight. What I used was the 5-inch Santoku knife to do mostly everything, and this is what I'm going to use for the rest of the stuff that I have to get done today with you guys too. And then the last knife that came with it is the 5-inch utility knife. So I probably bought these because of the colors and then just like totally forgot. So I no longer need to buy new knives, friends. I'm good. So as far as our recipe is concerned, there is a note to the chef, which means there is a note to me. And it says, try these WW Pro tips. Of course, skip the salt. But there's an additional note this week that says, choose nonstick cooking spray, which is 0 points, instead of olive oil, which is 1 point per teaspoon, to coat the pan before heating. So it's actually pretty funny that they added that note this week, friends, because we've been using the cooking spray instead of using the traditional olive oil anyway. So we're good. Yeah, so first part is to prepare the ingredients. Wash and dry all the produce, which of course I did. Cut off and discard any stem ends from the green beans and cut into 2-inch pieces. So I've already taken all the ends off of the green beans, because if any of you guys have grandmoms, aunties, whatever, you know that could take a while when you're doing that. So I went ahead and did that part. I do, however, need to cut these green beans into 2-ounce pieces. So like I said, I'm going to use these knives because, friends, they were literally just like slicing through things so much easier. I also do tend to think though too, friends, with green beans, you could really just like snap them into the size that you need them to be in. Because especially like with fresh green beans. So we'll just cut these real quick to make these smaller. And again, friends, just so that you know, this recipe this week said like there was no need for like extra bowls or like anything like that. This meal this week was meant to be like, I guess, like an easy prep, easy cleanup meal, which like I'm always here for easy prep, easy cleanup, because that just means like less to do like once you eat. So okay, all of the green beans are cut appropriately at this point, so we're good to go there. I almost put that in there. That was gross. Anyway, moving on. The next portion was to cut off and discard the stem of the pepper and have it lengthwise, and then of course like dice the pepper, which that is done, and I'll show you guys. And last but not least was to thinly slice the scallions and separate the white bottoms from the hollow green tops, which I've done that already as well. So I'm going to show you guys here on my cutting board, because if you guys see, they like have theirs arranged on the cutting board. So I did the same and arranged it on the cutting board. Not sure how great you can see that, but I promise you guys it looks like the picture. Next step, start the skillet and pat the chicken dry. So I already patted the chicken dry, and I have that prepared here on a plate. So I'm going to go ahead and spray down the skillet. I'm using the 9.5-inch Ray Dunn fry skillet, the non-stick, just because these Ray Dunn pans have been like giving me life. They're so easy to clean up. There's been no issues with it. So I'm going to continue to use those. to make sure that the heat is not too high, because we don't need any smoke alarms or anything like that popping off this week. So that's that. Pat the chicken dry, like I said, and then of course season it with salt and pepper, but we're not using salt. And then enough of the spice blend to coat it, and we should have extra. So of course every week we get our knick-knack bag that comes with each recipe. And in the bag this week we have, oh, this is the preserved lemon puree, the Labneh cheese, the red harissa paste, which looks like it's probably really hot. I've never eaten harissa paste. If any of you guys out there have eaten harissa paste, please let me know if it's spicy. The dried currants, capers. This is the shawarma spice blend. And last but not least, the yellow couscous. Okay. So we are going to pepper the chicken, which I like a lot of pepper. I know some people are like not so big on a lot of it because it can give like a little bit of like kick, but I like that. So I can be a little bit heavy-handed with pepper. This spice blend is not moving from the corner, and I really don't want to waste too much of it, so I'm not going to rip it open. I'm going to just use scissors, really just because you all are on live, or else I probably would have ripped it open. So this needs to go on the chicken, but there should be some left, so let me not be too heavy-handed. Okay, we have some left. Now in the pan, okay, add the seasoned chicken in an even layer. Cook without stirring for 3 to 4 minutes or until it's lightly browned. Now y'all, what I thought was really cool is that Blue Apron sent me the chicken already diced up. So that was not something that I needed to do. And I thought that that was like super convenient, because I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to cut up this chicken. But it was like literally already diced. So I'm sure there's options in, like, you know, well, I know there's options in the supermarket for us to like buy this stuff already done. If you're not lazy, of course you can cut up your own chicken. But I just found that to be super cute and convenient, that it was like done for me. I like that kind of stuff. And it's part of the reason why companies like Blue Apron really work for me. And that's the extra plate in case I have to take that out. So that's done. These are not HelloFresh recipes. These are Blue Apron. And specifically Blue Apron because I am a Weight Watchers girl. And Blue Apron has a partnership with Weight Watchers, or WW, that's what they're calling it now, where your points are already predetermined. So friends, while the chicken is going, I want to just remind you guys of the point value of what we're eating tonight. So if you're on the green plan, this is a 13-point dinner. If you're on the blue plan, which I'm on the blue plan, this is a 10-point dinner. And if you're on the purple plan, this is also a 10-point dinner. So for someone like me who gets 44 points a day, I try to make my meal somewhere between 13 and 15 points. So this is a really good meal for me. If you are a person like me who, you know, has like more points, because the more you weigh, the more points you have, then this could be a really good dinner for you, just to kind of stay in range. So that's good. We're letting this go for 3 to 4 minutes. After the 3 to 4 minutes that this chicken's in the pot, we're then going to add the green beans, the diced peppers, and the white portion of the scallions. So, you know, thank God I separated those on my cutting board. For those of you who are just joining us, again, we're making the shawarma chicken and couscous skillet. This is my first time cooking couscous, friends. I've never cooked it before. I've eaten it many of times, but I've never cooked it. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. We've got like another minute or so on that. So that means I get to take a sip. For anyone who's joining me tonight, If you have your cocktails, please let me know what you're drinking tonight. I want to try all the drinks. For anybody who watches Stop Surviving, Start Thriving with Life Coach Kesh, my television show that airs on RVN TV every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will know a couple of weeks ago we had Bringing Happy to Your Hour, Miss Naima Hickson, on the show. She made some amazing cocktails that I've been making ever since. And so I would love for you guys to send me in whatever cocktails it is that you are drinking, because I will definitely make them and try them at home. It looks like we are going to need my flipper. So this is the wooden and cream flipper from Ray Gun. A little bit bigger than the one that I typically have. I know I'm not supposed to touch this for 3 to 4 minutes, but I want to make sure that the chicken stays separate. I did it in an even layer, like it told me to. And it's starting to turn like that, like the tan color that it told me that it would. So in another minute or so here, I'm going to add in the green beans, the peppers, and the white part of the scallion. So not the green part of the scallion, but the white part of the scallion, as well as the green beans and the peppers, are going to be added in. And I'm going to keep this green part separate. Pray for me, y'all, that I don't accidentally knock the dark part in there as well. So I'm going to try to do this ladylike. Okay. Alright, friends, it looks like I'm doing okay. And managing to keep the darker part separate. These green beans, though, they're not trying to roll nicely with my flipper, so I'm going to have to touch this with my hands. Which, of course, my hands are washed. And I would trust that, like, if you guys are cooking in your own house, your hands are washed, too. So if you need to use your hands, like, just use your hands. Alright, cool. Everything is in there except for the green part. So I did good. I'm going to give this like a little mix just to make sure everything is even in the pot. Okay, let's see what's next. We added the green beans, the diced peppers, and the scallions. Okay, finish the skillet. Okay, so we have to let all that go for 3 to 4 minutes. So the green beans, the peppers, the scallions, and the chicken are now together. They have to go for 3 or 4 minutes together by themselves. And then we add the couscous, the currants, and the capers to the pan. We cook and stir constantly for 30 seconds to a minute or until it's thoroughly combined. Then after that, we add 1 cup of water. So let me get my measuring cup out. I've been trying to have all my stuff out, friends. So, like, I'm ready to do this thing. But I forgot my measuring cup today, which is strange, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. And then after that, it looks like we're going to start making sauces with the cheese and the harissa sauce and whatnot. So, we have another couple of minutes here. And friends, this is looking like the picture. I am doing well tonight. Even though, like, low-key, I kind of do think, like, I'm, like, an untrained chef at this point. Because I kind of been doing good with most of these. Alright. Another minute or so. And then we add capers. We add currants, which I don't know how much I'm going to like these mixed in this, but we'll see. And the couscous. Again, friends, for anyone out there who's been watching Cocktails and Cooking with Coach Kesh, if you are interested in trying Blue Apron, please send me a message. I have free boxes I will send to you guys to give it a try. I have found that this has definitely diversified my cooking skills It has definitely diversified the menu in the Thomas household, period. Because I definitely can eat baked chicken and a vegetable every day. So this has forced us to spice it up. And we're really enjoying it. I'm going to speak for my assistant, aka my husband, and say that he's enjoying it too, because he has eaten every meal, even meals that have stuff in it that he typically doesn't eat. So I'm really excited about the way that this has been going this past month. This wraps up our first month of doing it today. So it's been good. So I would really say for anybody out there who's looking to make some different stuff and, you know, just have a little bit of fun in the kitchen too, because I definitely have fun with this stuff. Blue Apron is an answer. And if you're on Weight Watchers, it's fabulous because your points are already ready. Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure that I don't have to add the dark green part of the scallions yet. Okay, no. Actually, it looks like we're going to garnish with that. So I'm going to add everything else in here right now. My scissors. And then I need to stir, it says constantly, for 30 seconds to a minute once I get everything in here. So, guess that means move quickly. Okay. Papers are in. And last but not least, the couscous. Okay. Alright. Now, I'm going to grab my small ready done stir and stir constantly for 30 seconds to a minute. I probably should have set my timer, but we're just gonna roll with this. Or you know what? I'll just count in my head. I think that'll be maybe the best way to do it. Alright. Almost there. It looks really good, guys, and it smells really good. I do have my overhead defroster on just because I don't want no smoke alarms going on. But it does smell really good, so I'm excited about that. Okay. So now that that's done, add 1 cup of water carefully, and then we need to heat it to a boil. Okay. 1 cup of water. And now it says it could splash, so like just be careful when you're doing this. I'm trying to keep myself from getting splashed on, friends. No splashing. That was great. Okay. Alright, and now I need to let this boil for 6 to 8 minutes or until the water has been absorbed by the couscous. So for this, I'm going to set the timer, friends, because on 7 minutes, right in between, to make sure I have enough time to make these sauces. So, in my travels this week, friends, while I was out Ray Dunn hunting in my travels, I picked up prep bowls. These are made by KitchenAid, friends, and these prep bowls are a lifesaver. So you get 4 different sizes in here, depending on, like, you know, how big you need, right? And the great part about them is that on the bottom, it tells you how much it is. So, like, for instance, this is the 1 cup, 2 cups, this is 3 cups, and this is 4 cups. So, like, I love stuff that gives me, like, a little cheat of, like, how big something is. So I was really excited to find these. The other great thing is, like, when I'm making sauces and stuff like I'm about to do today, I can actually just like pop a lid on it, and that way like I know it's gonna be good until like I'm ready. So I was excited about that. So I'm gonna use the 2-cupper just because it looks like we're putting like a few things in here in these sauces. Actually, it looks like we need 2. So I'm gonna do the 2-cup and then also the 1-cup because it looks like the one sauce is thicker and like takes up more space. Yes, I love KitchenAid products too. They come up with just some of like the niftiest stuff that's so easy, especially for people like me who like, I make my way around the kitchen, but I'm not like, you know, a chef. So I like this because it makes it easy. Anyways, and also the lid. I just love a lid. I got ice trays that have lids. Like I just love a lid on something. But anyway, so in the bowl, combine the harissa paste with 1 tablespoon of water. So that looks like that goes into the smaller bowl. So I'm gonna use the 1-cupper for that. So let me get my measuring cup out. And look, already I forget. What is it? 1 tablespoon. Okay. Alright, so we got a tablespoon of water. And then I'm going to grab my mixer because this, like these little mixers have been so easy for me to get like everything out. And the harissa paste. Alright, this one's giving me a tough time to open. Alright, so let's just use a knife. There we go. It doesn't have a distinct smell yet. Oh, it definitely has like a marinara sauce type of smell. So, alright, so this is going into the water. Okay. And it looks like the couscous is absorbing that. So I'm going to give this a spin. Okay. All right. It's looking like the picture. For as long as it looks like the picture, I think we're right. This is what the picture looks like for the sauce. And we've got the red sauce. Okay. Next up, in a separate bowl, so this bowl, we're going to combine lemon puree, the Labneh cheese, and 1 tablespoon of water. Let's get our tablespoon back out. And then I'm going to rinse off this small mixer just because, well, I'm actually going to wash it. It's really easy to get in the crevices of these like little bowl things that they send, because they're definitely small. Y'all know how Blue Apron is about the portion. No extra. So, okay. All right. So this is the lemon puree. They sent it in like this little packet thing. Let's see how that comes out. Oh, it's a little bit thicker than lemon juice. But not quite like whole. So that's interesting. So there's that. Oh, it's just like, I just got this huge whiff of lemon, which I love the smell of lemon. In addition to that, the cheese. And see, friends, this is what I mean. Like, with that small spatula, I can get, like, pretty much everything. Which makes me excited since they only give these 2 portions. So that's that. And then season with salt and pepper. Of course, we're not going to use salt, but we'll put some pepper in here. And then I need to spin this around. Which, I've been finding that a lot of the Blue Apron recipes that I've gotten, some that I've cooked with you guys and some that I cook on my own, they always make like some sort of like a cheese type of sauce, which I really enjoy because I love cheese. So that's one thing that I want you guys to know. If you're considering Blue Apron, there is a lot of cheese that goes into the products. And I know that there are some people out there who don't like cheese. I don't understand you if you don't like cheese. I just want to make that clear. But there are a lot of people who don't like cheese. So bear in mind that when you are getting ready to get your boxes, there are options for you to change things if you need to. So if cheese is a thing for you, definitely pay attention to the recipes. And that's our notification for what's in the skillet. I'm just going to rinse off the stirrer. Even though this is the one we use, I just like to rinse it off. Make sure we're good. Okay. Friends, this looks so good and it smells amazing. I just lost the green bean to the floor, but it's alright. Alright, so we're going to turn the heat off, because this just is amazing looking. Stir it down in the sink, and I'm going to grab my pot holder and we'll move this back just off the heat so it doesn't like accidentally continue to cook. Throw all this stuff away. Now, you guys know I have to clean up as I go along because I do not like a messy kitchen. So, sauces are done, or so I think. Let's double check that. Okay. Serve the finished skillet drizzled with the lemon Labneh and as much of the harissa paste as you would like, depending on how spicy you would like it, and garnish it with the sliced green tops of the scallions and enjoy. So, this is what the skillet looks like on their picture. So, let me try to do some drizzling on my skillet. Okay, friends, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not landing the line work that they had. I gotta get like a little squeegee bottle or something to make that work. I'm trying though, friend. I'm trying. Okay. I think they had a squeegee, y'all, because it's definitely not working just trying to drizzle it this way. But it's okay. I'm going to rinse off the stirrer once again to do the harissa paste. Okay. And we like spicy food, so it's totally fine for me to get crazy with the harissa paste. Not too crazy, but crazy enough. And friends, we are done. So once again, this is their skillet, looking all beautiful. And this is my skillet. My lines aren't as perfect, but it's not so bad, friends. I'm feeling good about it. As always, I will post a picture after this. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. We love having you guys. We love the comments. We love the feedback. Please continue to give us that because we really, really love it. And then, of course, we'll give you a review of what the food actually tastes like. But I feel like it looks pretty good. cheers to you guys for spending another Sunday night having your cocktails and doing some cooking with me. I look forward to being back again next week with a new recipe. If there's anything that we can, help you out with, if maybe you have this recipe and you have questions, please reach out. If you are looking to try Blue Apron, please reach out. I would love to send you a free box. Just send me a message and I'll send you a box. Until next time, friends, that's all we have.